RC family here. Let's switch this thing up a little bit. We've been talking about roll centers and setup, so let's switch this thing up and just talk about. I had these XTR back plates on my Reds engines for about a year now. So let's break the back plates down and see how the bearings inside of the RTX spinning back plate, how they doing or with a year's worth of runtime on them. So let's switch it up. Check these RTX back plates out, spinning back plates, and just check these bearings. Do a little maintenance after it's been a whole year, and just check these bearings and see how they doing after a year running. So let's do that. Okay, RC family, we back. Okay, I already done took the screws out the back plate right here. The RTX spinning back plate by Reds. So we're gonna remove this. We're just gonna check over them bearings again. Like I said, this one came out of my truck. Came out my truggy. Okay, that's the screw right there. So, like I said, this back plate been on for a whole year now. So, and I've been getting a lot of questions about the bearings in the back plate that helps it spins. So we're just going to check over those after a year of running and see how they are. As we saw earlier, when I put it down on the table, see how freely it spins. That right there lets you know that the bearings are still good. But as you can see, it's the back plate part right here that spins. So remove that, take that out. Okay, just the back of it. Just a little discolorization because of the oil, and the fuel. So that'll wipe off. So I'm gonna show y'all. So just because of the oil, that dark spot, it actually wipe off. See? See there? So yeah, that's the oil. And the bearings themselves is right here. Pop one out. There's one bearing right there. There's one right there. So yeah, bearings are still pretty good. Like I said, it's been in a year, so you know you're gonna be discolored, from the oil that they are exposed to in the engine, in the back plate itself. But basically that should wipe off just like that back plate wiped off. As you can see, it did as well. So yeah. So after a year worth of running, as you can see, bearings still pretty good, look pretty good. And if you did want to change them, in which after a year of running, to be on the super safe side, if you change them, you know you'll have at least a year. You know you still have a good year of running on these bearings before you have to swap them out again. So, like I said, I'm gonna go practice this weekend in my new 5x10 bearings. Haven't came in yet, because that's all these are, 5x10 bearings. The same bearings you use in your clutch bell. The same bearings is in this back plate. As you can see, they're good. Just wipe the little oil and carbon that done built up in the engine over the year. Wipe that off, you can see. Just like that. What I am going to do is just oil them. Oil the bearings again. So I'm just going to take some of my Mernon modified after run oil and just drop on the bearings themselves. Put it on the towel I have in my lap. I'll always work with a towel in my lap just because if I drop something, it will drop in the towel. It won't hit the ground. It will drop in the towel. So what I'm going to do, take the bearings. I'm going to show y'all see this. Okay. Just take the bearing. Just oil it. Both sides. Just oil the bearing. And all we're going to do is put it back in the back plate. One right there. Like that. 5x10. Other bearing. Oil that one. Put it back in the inside of the back plate like that. Push it in. It's in now. Put a little bit more oil around in there just to make sure. Put the spinning back plate part back on. I'm gonna oil that again. Oil that as well. Around that shaft like that. Like I said, this back plate again was in my truck. So you know the truck has a heavier drivetrain. A little bit more heavier wear on the engine itself because it's just putting a lot more weight. So as you can see, everything spins smoothly. Like you see, spins smoothly. So I'm just gonna put this retaining nut back on. Since it's going in the engine itself, no Loctite. Just like that. Once I tighten this up now, so I turn it up, see the back plate, the back disc, the silver piece is gonna spin. So what I do with this, because you can hold it all day and it's gonna spin because of the back, the plate. The screw is into that and it's spinning. So what I do, I just got some duct tape, sticky little duct tape, and set it on top of it. And press down. The duct tape is gonna grip the silver part, the silver back plate part, and just tighten it down. You ain't gotta put no Gorilla tight. You ain't gotta put Death Grip tight. You just tighten it down snug. Just snug, just like that. That's good enough. So that way, it's good. So we're gonna just do the same thing. Just line your hose back up. Like that. And this back plate also has a seal on it. You got the engine seal here. Back plate seal for the engine. And this plate has a seal. I'm gonna show you with my buggy. The one's out my buggy. Now this one's for the truck. Set that to the side. This was in my buggy. So again, this back plate itself also has a black seal right here. Since that's out, I'm gonna oil that too right now since I just got it. So when we go back, it won't be dry. A dry insert. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep it lubed up now. You already know. Gotta keep it lubed up. Again, same thing. Some red. Gotta get y'all some red tools. Work like a king now. Work like a king. Get you some good tools to work with. Like that. It's already loose. So this is another one. Take the retaining screw out. 2.5 millimeter screw, flange, titanium screw. Take that off so you see that's the bearing right there that's been in this buggy. Like I said, back plate, oils on it, oils on the bearings. This after a whole year. Just go back doing your maintenance. Every so often you need to do some engine maintenance as well. So here's the bearings. You see you got the little carbon on there, the discolorization because of the burning of the fuel, the oil. So wipe them real good. Looks good. Everything looks good. Looks good. Since it's been a whole year running, when I get my other 5x10 bearings in, I'll probably go back and replace them just because I know it's been a whole year running on these, but they still good. Like I said, I'm just re-oiling them. Well, after run oil. You gotta have no after run oil, Marble Mystery oil, 2-in-1 oil. All of it will be good. All of it will be good. All of it will be good enough for these 5x10 bearings. They're gonna get lubricated anyway because of the engine oil. Keep that in mind. Now, if you run a lot of VP fuel, they run a little less caster, so they may require you checking it a little sooner because of it's more synthetic in the VP fuel. So that may make you want to check these a little sooner than a year and go back and lube them up so they look good. Put some lube on them. Good. Everything looks good. So just pop them back in. Pop it back in. Do that up. Put some more right here on that one. Good to go. Put it back in there like that. Back plate good, as you say. Like I said, it's just the oil, just burning oil over the year of this engine. All that come off is just the oil from the fuel. Oil from the fuel. See, watch. See how that came off? Still got a little, it's still gonna do. It's been this color. It's been in that oil for a whole year, so it's gonna be a look, a oil tint to it. The 10-hour fuel is good, and y'all know it's got that yellow dye in it, but it still got good oil package in it. Real good for the Reds engines. I just insert it like that. It's down like that, as you can see. Everything spins freely. So let's take this retainer screw again. This 2.5 millimeter. I put it on the duct tape so it will stick, so it won't spin while you're trying to tighten it up. Duct tape grips it. Put the screw in. Just tighten it down. Tighten it down. Duct tape gonna hold it in place. See how it's trying to turn the duct tape, but it's gonna grip it. That's good enough. That's good enough. As you can see, spinning back plate been doing this thing. You can see a little wear, but maybe the crankshaft been tapping it, but it's not good. Look in the engine, you see, in the engine itself, everything looks good. You just see the oil tint on that rod. The bearings are smooth. See the crank clean. 2 tungsten slugs in the crank of the engine. This is a 521, Red's 521 sport engine. So yeah, it's been doing its thing. See, do not be hesitate. Don't be scared of the bearings in the engine. Like this, these bearings been in here a whole year of running and practicing. So, like I said, if I had if my bearings had came in time, I would have replaced them just because they've been in there a year. But since they're still good and everything's spinning smooth, as you can see, everything still spins smooth. I just re-oiled them. It's got some after-run oil, Marble Mystery oil, 2-in-1 oil. You good to go. Put the back plate back on. Everything seals up. And you good to go, y'all. This is just a recap of the Red's RTX back plates. As you can see, after a whole year of running, the bearings are still good in these. If you're doing your daily maintenance, your yearly maintenance like I just done, or either, every 6 months, you want to swap some new bearings in it. If you can go up to a year, and if you swap them out, you got a whole nother year to run bearings in these back plates. You just want to keep on top of them. That'd be a good idea. Like I said, my bearings ain't came in yet, and these bearings are still good. I just wiped them off and put some oil on them. Put some more oil on them. As you can see, they're ready to go. Just that easy, y'all. So yeah, go on and invest in you into you some good, secure back plates that's gonna save your rod and your crankshaft from hitting the back of your back plate. On some motors, it'll scratch up your back plate. These right here, that silver part right here spins, so it saves you that wear and tear on your engines and your rod and your crankcase, your crank in your engine. So Red's RTX back plates, go and get you some. EKJ 24,000 here. Just that simple. If you ain't ripping, you tripping. Go get your shirts. Hey, order get you some shirts. Get you some EKJ RC Lounge shirts now. Get you some shirts. Just hit me up on my messenger if you want a shirt. Hit me up on my messenger if you want a shirt. That's all. And leave me some comments. Leave me some comments in the comment section about the back plates. Just that simple. They durable. Lasted a year with the same original bearings in them. If you replace them, you got a whole nother year to run and not worry about it. Ease of mind. So, EKJ 24,000. Peace.